Welcome back, folks. It's Frank. American Eagle rises. Guys, ready to get to work? Yeah, you better not be cowering your boots. How you guys doing, right? Returning subscribers, man. Thanks for showing up. And all you new folks, man. What else can I say, right? Thanks for coming here. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the love from Raymond's Thoughts and Minds channel. So, yeah, like, how much more should I tell you guys? So let's put the pause button right there real quick. Frank, what about, I do it all the time. This should be quick because it's damn boring, okay? Wall Street, meh. That's all that happens, right? I don't want to say to be expected, but you know, it's like nothing shocks us anymore, I think. Yeah, the Treasury yield went down a few basis points. It's at 4.01. And the dollar did lose a little bit of value. Nothing major. That actually fueled the SPY. Bitcoin can't go above 114, like I mentioned before. For some weird reason, gold took a slight little hit. Silver actually went up 1%, so that's actually pretty good. A lot of my miners went up, so I don't know. I'm not sure why gold maybe just had been running out, but yeah, we ain't too worried about that right now, right? So before we do, right, 9/11, folks. Yeah, even though whatever, we only have 66 subs. Right? It's an inside job. That aside, it still happened, right? Americans died. How much is put on, right? We know, but it doesn't really matter from some perspectives, right? It's like, hey, talk about bullshit, right? Oh, I forgot. More bullshit. It's hitting more home. It's hitting close to home, right? So, I worked from home today. Frank, how the hell did that happen? Yeah, GM sent this an alert out, right? Saying, oh, hey, by the way, work from home until a minimum of Monday. So we normally work home Monday and Friday. They want us there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, but anyway, didn't know in the morning or anything. And then they're like, oh, by the way, not to scare you, but 2 people from General Motors, in the Macomb County area, which work there, but GM can't say it that way because then it just everyone gets terrified. So they're already being misleading. But no, they have Legionnaire's disease. I should say they were diagnosed. It doesn't mean that they will die from it. I think if you get proper treatment, antibiotics, I think is really the thing. But dude, man, like what? So now they're saying work from home at a minimum of the 22nd. So all next week we work from home. Yes, but still, what the hell? Legionnaire's disease, and it's like my boss sent this thing and it had all these symptoms, and I'm like, what the hell? Because I just got over. I'm still got a little bit of cough here and there, guys. It was worse at work, but when I come home, I don't know. I think it's the shit in the air, and it's just dry in your throat, and I cough more. But anyway, the symptoms are exact. I had the achy muscles. The only thing I didn't have was a shortness of breath, right? Because I'm like, oh, that's probably like a COVID thing, right? But I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell? It's the same. It's the same. Like, why is it the flu and the cough, or the cold, or the same? Anyway, yeah, what the hell, right? So anyway, where were you in 9/11? I know exactly where I was. It was kind of frustrating a little bit, only because I was on the road. Going, I was working for a company called Draw Automotive. They're Oh, hell, I don't know where the hell they are now. By the time they were in Rochester Hills, not too far from where I live right now. But I was going on the west side of the state. They had a plant in Fremont, Michigan. And guess where that? Gerber Baby Foods is from Fremont, Michigan. Look it up. Because I went there and I'm like, hey, Gerber? Like, really? Like the baby food thing? Yeah. But I think I was going through Grand Rapids and it was like clear skies around like a little bit after 8 or something. And I'm like, wow, that's weird because normally there's a bunch of planes flying out of Grand Rapids Internet, right? Because I was going through there basically at that time. But I did see one plane and I was like, why is that plane? And I was looking at it. Oh man, it lagged up again, guys, there. So they're like, you know, because I heard, I was turning on the radio, like, what the hell's going on? No, I just heard, like, you know, the airspace or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh, that's weird because I saw one. And I'm like, well, that must have been a military plane. It didn't look commercial to me, right? I just looked at it and I'm like, huh? And, you know, it wasn't like the normal color, like the, you know, American Airlines or Delta or any of those, right? So, it could have been an AWACS for all I know. I couldn't tell because it was like, it was flying and it was like banking. And I think that was kind of about the time when the one hit that fell down in Pennsylvania or something. So I don't know. I could speculate all I did. But that's just to say I got there and, you know, I guess everyone in Rochester Hills, they went all home or something like that. But I was out there all day. I didn't get home until like almost 7. And I was married at the time. So, yeah, guys. If I wasn't married, I would have re-enlisted. Let's see, in 2001, I was, September 11th, I would have been 26? Yeah, I would have been 26, and then being 27, October 1st, so, yeah, I would have enlisted. Most likely, if that was the case, I probably would have been dead in Afghanistan, or in Iraq, in a parallel universe. That's where Frank is. Dead. Yeah. And then this damn Charlie Kirk shit, guys. Yeah. Yeah, they coming. They're coming for me. They're coming for you. If you don't agree with everything they say, if you don't agree with the Communist Manifesto, aka feminism, aka leftism, they coming for you. Look at all those celebrations. I'm more, as much as we can be kind of mad that Kurt is gone, like, you know, hey, you know, he never shied away from his principles, right? Whether you agree with this guy or not, isn't that how we should be living our lives, right? He didn't, you know, talk about being like trying to do the right thing, trying to debate people. Guess what? Nope. That time is over. That time is over. And then, if that's not enough, right? You know, a tragedy, he has to die, or whatever, right? This dumbass, whatever, communist, freaking, you know, who knows, trans potentially, right? As much as that, he had to get scratched off. There are all these people celebrating. Are you kidding me? How can we live with people that celebrate this? Not like any of it. Gosh. I wouldn't be celebrating. I mean, at least from that, I'd be like, damn, dude, like, I didn't agree with you, but holy hell. But now, right, they started the war. They already started the war years ago. So whether you like it or not, gentlemen, you're going to have to pick a side. You can't fence sitting. You can't fence sitting. Because if you don't agree with communism 100%, they will get to you eventually. They will come for you. They will first take your voice, then they will take your protection, then they will take your possessions, and then finally they will take your life, and if possible, they will come for your very soul. You know what Frank says to that? Come. Come get some, right? But again, Frank's crazy. But I'm telling you guys, hey, am I scared? Hell yeah. But that doesn't mean I cower in fear, right? No, man, it is time to separate the boys from the men, the communists from the Americans, right? The parasites from the producers. And the time for negotiation is over. What, right? I'm not saying do anything that you shouldn't do, right? We don't advocate for violence. But don't just sit there and take it, right? Stand up, say something, man. That's like this. That's what my channel's about, right? It's, we don't have to be violent at all. Why would we want to be violent, right? We are allowed to defend ourselves. But they want you fat, dumb, sick. They want you compliant. They know that you're lazy, or at least that's what they assume. I don't think you are. I think you're just waiting for the right time. And oh boy, it is definitely time, right? You guys like my new cut? Yeah. This is for 9/11, man. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I have friends, family of friends, whatever you want to, however you say that. Yeah, they enlisted. Yeah, man, these people, I think one of them was like, oh no, hey, I hate the military. Oh no, that day, instant. He signed up, went over there. Yeah, that tells you 9/11. Again, doesn't matter if it was one way or the other, right? But let's get back to this, right? And you know what, Trump, my God, Trump, thank God. But you better deliver, Trump. You better. There needs to be accountability, right? And if the scariest thing that I worry about is that there will not be accountability, right? I still haven't seen accountability for the potential shots at President Trump last year. Where's accountability there? Huh? Where is it? It's been over, a year? And this guy ain't dead yet? What about the other guy? The guy at the golf club? Where's that guy? There's more to this. I hope they're still investigating it and they got it and it's just taking them a while. But yeah, so anyway, President Trump went on the air. I think it was a good 5 minutes. Getting on and saying, hey, this will not be tolerated. But guess what? He finally labeled the far left. He finally used the correct label and terminology. And what is that? He labeled them terrorists. Because that's what they are. They are communist agitators, one way or the other. Hell, they could be working for both Israel and Palestine for all I care. I don't care. I care about America. And you guys, give me a name for this guy. I'm kind of wanting to go with Talon because he's an eagle. But come on, let's get a little name for that guy. Let's get a little name for that guy. That's all I care about. I don't care about any other damn country at this point. Hell, at this point, we have greater threats on this soil than externally. Don't be worried about Russia. Don't be worried about Ukraine. Don't worry about Israel. Don't worry about Palestine. Don't worry about Iran. Don't worry about China. Although maybe we need to worry a little bit about China. No. It's here at your doorstep. It is at your street, on your corner. Am I being hyperbolic? I don't know, maybe a little bit, but I don't think so. You guys know I'm not wrong. That is what's key, right? So that's why you got to keep your mind, your spirit more than anything, folks, right? And again, it's okay if you're scared or afraid. If you're not, you're insane, right? But the Creator put us here to face our fears. I don't want this to be like a doomer thing, but we're not promised victory over our fears. No, that's not the point of life at all. No. It is to be confident in ourselves, voice who we are, and whatever our fears are, we hit it on, dead on. Maybe we win, maybe we don't, right? That's all I've ever asked of myself or other people. I don't care, right? But hell is I'm going to sit by idly and just, no, man, no. This, I don't know about you guys. You guys know I'm fired up, right? I could be so much more fired up than this. But, man, like, it all started for me on Sunday. You guys know the story, right? Man, my mom, it's done. And then that girl, was it the girl, I'm trying to remember. Was that like a couple days ago? I don't remember. Weird ass shit's happening every damn second nowadays, right? Then there's that, right? And then this Kirk thing. Like, you can't, no, it's, and today's 9/11. Thank the Lord that we're still here. 24 years, guys. It's almost one more year. 25 year, man. Next year. Damn, man. I don't know what the hell's going on next year. But I'm telling you, man, we got big shit, guys. Right? And again, we're all different. We all have strengths, weaknesses. But we need to come together. Now, just as men, right? Men in America, that's all I've ever wanted, man. You don't have to agree with me on everything. But please, do not be a communist. Do not fall for their bullshit. Don't let them make you feel bad about yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. If you're like me and you're white, there's nothing wrong with you. Right? And if you're like me and you're a man, there's definitely not anything wrong with you. And if you're straight, there's nothing wrong with that either. Right? Let them call you whatever, right? I've been bullied my entire life. When are you going to stand up and say something, man? Right? I'm so used to being treated like shit that every once in a while, it's just like, man, it'd be nice just to not get beat up, mentally and physically every day. I don't know about you guys, right? Do you guys feel fatigued every day? Man. They're like every day Frank has a hard time getting up, right? It's like, what bullshit do I gotta face today, right? You turn it on and it's like, it doesn't even take more than 5 minutes. I'll like get my damn laptop and it's just like, man, we are like, where's the leaders? I'm telling you guys, I keep hearing there's these Gen Z guys and they got balls. I don't see it yet, but please show me, guys. Because I'm telling you, if you are out there, I'll lead the charge for you guys. You guys want to see a strong male leadership? Come on, man. They're all over. They're out there, guys. They've been in hiding for a while. Like, even with this, what's going on, I'm telling you guys, again. Our ancestors, and they weren't that old, right? I consider my grandfather an ancestor, right? Your grandfathers, maybe they fought World War II. Maybe, I have some that fought both World War II and World War I because my dad was older than my mom's side. Right? And it's not to say that military service is the end-all, be-all. But my point is, our ancestors did not shy away from... And they weren't supermen. They're just like us. Or I should say, we're just like them. They had fears and scared, right? You know, I mean, I think every generation has, literally, it's almost the same bullshit, right? It's just now we know more, and we're realizing it more, and it's in our face more. That's the main difference. And it's like our brains are having a hard time comprehending this, right? But think about, you know, it's 249 years ago, right? It's almost 250, right? It has been 250 years since Lexington and Concord. Please look that up, folks. A bunch of nobody men said, no, enough's enough, right? Whatever they did, they stood up to the most powerful military force the world had ever seen. They weren't trained. Almost none of them were. Right? And they were to the breaking point. Right? And that's when we said, no, we're done. We'd rather roll the dice, right? They're like, yeah, we're done. Can you imagine? Like, I'm not sure how to equate it today. Imagine some just, you know, maybe the closest was Vietnam, right? You know, America basically, got defeated by, you know, the North Vietnamese. That's probably the equivalent, right? But yeah, guys, that's to tell you are capable of great things. You just have to believe in yourself. You know, again, align with what you know to be true. And if you don't, that's okay. Well, that's what life's about. We should never be stagnant. We should always be in flux and changing. It's just a matter of what direction are we going, right? And are you proud of the life that you have, right? I mean, in some ways I am. In some ways I'm at a crossroads myself, right? That's why it's hard for me to wake up. It's like, what's the point of anything, right? So now, like I said, in the last 24 hours, it's well, I know what I won't be. That's damn sure. And again, guys, I hey, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Shit, man. Hey, at least I'll be somewhere else than this godforsaken place, right? Maybe that's a little parabolic there, or hyperbole, whatever. What's that damn word, guys? Put some down below. Maybe Mr. Homefront will put it up. But guys, don't again. Maybe you're not vocal like me, but again, be true to yourself. If someone's putting down on you or something, man, you don't have to be belligerent. I'm never belligerent. But I ain't gonna take no shit from no one. I don't care who the hell it is. I sure, it was a damn shock that it came from my own family on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I almost broke down crying. And I'm like, why am I about to cry? I'm like, I already knew it was going to happen. But it's almost one of those, once you realize, you're just like, oh my gosh, like it's still shocking to some degree. How do I want to end this video? Oh my God, it's 24 minutes. This is not meant to be a vent, but maybe it is. But again, getting back to find where you can make effect, not necessarily for any cause, but if you do, that's fine. Find one. I have found my cause, right? Why do I point to this flag? Because it's a symbol. It's what is behind that. Yeah, I know some people think that's a bad thing. No. This This is life. This is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This was a bunch of nobodies giving the middle finger to the king, saying, no, we'd rather die than serve on our knees. And that's me. I hope that's you. But maybe you have a different role, right? Find that role. Find, right? When I say voice, it's more find, kind of like find yourself. Find it, like, right? Find the things that you're good at, not good at, the things that, you know, one good thing that I found, like, especially when I was younger, find out the things that piss you off, right? Because sometimes when you're a young man, that's all you kind of have, right? Then that's not who you are. If you get pissed at something, that means that's not you, right? So I don't want to say try to gravitate to the 180, right? But, maybe that's a start, right? Go, all right, I hate this, so maybe the opposite or something close to the opposite is more aligned, right? And don't be too or paralysis by analysis, right? Some of this can be a little touchy-feely and from some perspectives, right? And, maybe that morphs over time. Don't worry about that. But, yeah, find that which at least gives you some meaning in this life. And maybe it's not much. That's okay, guys. Is the America that Frank remembers and knows, is it here? Well, I'll answer yes and no. I don't recognize it. You guys may not recognize it. But it's still here because guess what? America is not only an ideals and morals. It's people. And people are fallible. But our system, right? Our system is based on having some moral people. And our country, our people, have been infested and infected by something that's not. It is, in some ways, not of this world. Do you think the Creator put that craziness into certain ladies? Or, hell, maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's more like the little sneaky guy in the garden whispering, right? I don't know. There's lots of different ways you can go down this thing. So, closing in on the 30 minutes, guys. I kind of want to go for another walk because it's still kind of nice out. It is. Man, where'd the day go? So anyway, guys, Frank is here. He's wait. Where are my platoons? Where are my brigades? Where are they? I don't need naval seals, right? Maybe Mr. Homefront, or maybe even Raymond. Let me be Gilead. Is it Gilead? No, Gideon. Right? And it's actually funny because, you remember that Spartan movie, The 300? Guess what Gideon had? He had 300. But guess what? Read it. It's in the Old Testament. Again, even if the Old Testament is fake, guys, the stories are inspirational at a minimum. Right? Well, God wanted whatever, right? I'm just giving you the scenario, the story, right? God said to Gideon, hey, go attack, right? And there's all these men, right? And guess what? All these guys were like, oh, I can't do this. They had excuses here. Gideon's like, yeah, get out of here, right? I gotta bury my dead dad, or they're too powerful, right? And then eventually it was just down to 300 men, right? And he's like, and these guys were die hard. They're like, yeah, we're gonna take on 10,000 men and we're gonna kick ass, right? Guess what happened? Gideon kicked ass, right? wasn't the normal route, right? He actually split it. I think it was, he split it to two forces. Talk about a general in the making, right? Yeah, and I think they attacked at night or something like that and routed those motherfuckers. Again, it's a story. It's inspiration. What's the meaning of this story? Right? Like, you don't need many. You just, what, kind of like the Marines, right? The few, the proud, the Marines, man. Right? And it goes to show you, if you have any, right? You got these people that aren't, if they're not quite here or they're too scared, that one soldier will, will occupy, three other good ones that are, right? So it's better just to get them out of your ranks, right? That's why discipline in the military is high, right? Because it's like, hey, we got to do this and we're going to do it this way, right? If you don't, get the fuck out, right? Anyway, guys, I could go on and on and on. Man, I hope, again, guys, I'm not crazy-ish, maybe by certain people's definitions, and that's fine. And again, you don't have to agree with me 100%, but I'm telling you guys, you can't, the time for trying to actually talk to people logically, I mean, that was over, what, probably almost 10 years ago. You can't, it's over. I mean, this is the communists, the leftists, declaring war. This was a major statement by taking out Kurt. It's if you ask me, it's multi-level. It's oh, you don't agree with the communists, right? That's one, right? Oh, you dare to speak out? Oh, how dare you? Right? Conservative values. And I don't want to keep going. I don't want this video to keep going, and it's a spiritual one, right? Oh, you're talking about God. And again, we can get into antics of which God, blah, 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 blah. No, at a bare minimum, there's some type of force out there that created everything. It didn't just blink. Even if it blinked into existence, something created the blink, and it came, and it went, and it go. I mean, it's okay. We could be echoing throughout eternity. We come back, and we're different. It's like we're the same soul, but in different forms, and we repeat certain areas in history. But that is definitely everything you need to know. It ain't just the communists, and it is definitely the spiritual wickedness in high places. It's not just flesh and blood, but we also have a spiritual battle going on. If you don't see it, it's here. Believe me, it is definitely here. And hell, there could be good and bad angels mixed in. I don't know, guys. I think it's go time. Donald Trump's going to lay down the damn hammer. And, yeah, keep it real. Check your six. Out.